All right, boys and girls, welcome to the DFS experience for Thursday, November 2nd. This video is brought to you by our friends over at Thrive Fantasy, the player prop website where you can play against the house to play against other players in contest format. You got Joel Embiid up on the board, 29.5 total points. If you choose over, you get 95 points. If you choose under, you get 105 points. You got Mr. Siakam over under 0.5 blocks. If you choose over, you get 130 points. If you choose under, you get 70 points. You do get a deposit match up to 250 if you use my promo code DFS Chapo, or you can use the link that's in my description. We're going to go to DraftKings. But before we go to DraftKings, we got to address something real quick. And if you guys been in my comments, I know you've been seeing lately people saying to build the lineups in the video. Basically tell them who to play. That's fine. I don't care. You can say what you want to say. But on last night's video, I had someone tell me to post the players, build a lineup, and to stop all the talking. And at first, when I read it, I was really upset because you know what? I take this seriously. I try to come on here every NBA slate. When there was no NBA, I was giving y'all NFL. When there was no NFL, I was giving y'all MLB every single night. I come on here every single night and try to help the people, and this is a job to me. I take this very seriously. I don't go to nobody's job and disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? When I go out, wherever I go, I treat people with the utmost respect. When I'm in the street, somebody needs help, I help them. I don't bother nobody. So when you go out your way to bother me, we have a problem, and I am going to address it. And if you disrespect me in the street, I'm going to disrespect you. If you disrespect me on my YouTube channel, I'm going to disrespect you back, because that's just what I do. So for the person that told me to post my lineups and to stop all the talking, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go in your fridge. I need you to find the biggest carrot you could find, and I need you to shove it up your ass. That's what I need you to do. I need you to go fuck yourself. Don't ever disrespect me on my channel. As a matter of fact, I need you to do something else for me. I need you to unsubscribe if you're even subscribed. I need you to get the fuck up off my channel. And if you don't, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna just leave you on just long enough so you can hear this message, and then by tomorrow this time you'll be blocked. So you can go watch somebody else. You stupid bitch. Get the fuck up out of here. Don't ever disrespect me on my channel. Okay, now I got that out the way. Let's get into this DraftKings lineup. And we're going to absolutely start with point guard. We got Mr. Booker, 9.5. Still has this lingering toe issue. Don't think they need him. I mean, they haven't been really getting blown out. They're putting a lot on Durant early, but I don't think they're gonna force him back. I don't think they're gonna really push him to come back too early. So let's just keep an eye on Mr. Booker. What you're looking for is for him to be healthy. You're looking for him to say he shot, he went to practice, he did some shoot arounds, he's feeling good. That's what you're looking for. Mr. Maxey, 8.4K. This guy has become a fantasy monster without Harden lingering in his shadow or being in his background. Maxey's worth every bit of this 8.4K. He's taking a step up this season. You're going to have to fire up Tyrese Maxey. Scotty Barnes, you see how his price is coming up? He's still too cheap. Lock in Scotty Barnes. Just so you can have an idea of how I play, if I can't get enough value to stick both Maxey and Barnes in the same lineup, what I'll do is I'll make two lineups, one with Barnes, one with Maxey. But they're both must plays. McCollum's stepping up with no Ingram. He just put up 55 for me. Absolutely got him in lineups. He just put up like 55 DraftKings points. He's too cheap, especially if there's no Ingram. Pay attention to the news. Schroeder, 6.2K. He's fine. He has a bigger role now this season. If we've been paying attention, we know that. Fire him up. Sochan, I'm indifferent on him. not much of a needle mover. He's fine. Marquez Fultz. There's a lot of guards in Orlando. Be careful, but he's okay. Melton is fine. Melton at 5.5K might be a little bit underpriced. Philly's gonna need all the help they could get. There's gonna be no PJ Tucker on. Just Kelly Oubre is gonna be starting, but Melton should be fine at 5.5K. You got to be careful with Goodwin. He played like 15 minutes last game. Grayson Allen caught fire. Nazir Little got some minutes. Watanabe got some minutes. So you got to be very careful with Goodwin. I fell into the Goodwin trap the last game, and it burned me. Be careful. Jaden Ivey's in play. Cole Anthony's in play. THT's in play. Jalen Suggs starts. He's in play. Trey Jones is fine. Pops gives him like 24, 25 minutes. Killian Hayes is in play. 4-game slate. Maybe Colin Sexton. He's been playing well. And the rest of these guys, I don't believe I need right now. All right, let's go to shooting guard. Now, let me just make sure make sure we're all on the same page. When we get down to the 4.5K and 3.9K guys, when I say I don't need them, I don't mean that they're not in play. It's just that we don't need to be putting them in lineups right now. They become viable as we get closer to lock and someone is not playing. If someone is ruled out, someone is injured, and they spot start or something like that, then they become viable. If you're, making your lineup early and you're looking at a 3K player, you lose. You already lost. Let's go to shooting guard. Cade Cunningham, Detroit. Detroit is fast. Detroit is young. Detroit is talented. Cunningham is priced appropriately, but he's not always going to hit value because of the other talented players on his team. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you can fire up Cunningham, but be careful. Vassell, OG, Eric Gordon's a lock if there's no Bill. Clarkson had some down games. His price dropped. Fire him up at 5.4K. Grayson Allen price is coming up. Be very careful because he's not going to play the way he did the last game all the time. 35 fantasy points. He had 5. I didn't even realize he had 5 threes. Shit. You know what? 5.1K. Fire his ass up. Hawkins has been starting. 4.6K. Price has come up a little bit. I don't think I need him. Let's go to small forward. Markkanen in play. Barnes, we spoke about Barnes. Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is in play. 7.1K. He's in play. Ausar Thompson. I've played this guy almost every night. Got in a little bit of foul trouble earlier. Last game. Wednesday night's game, he got a little bit of foul trouble. Took a few minutes away from him, but he's absolutely in play. Keldon Johnson's in play. Kelly Oubre is a lock for me. Herbert Jones is in play. Gary Trent's in play. Okoji's in play. Power forward. KD 10.8. You're looking for like 60 fantasy points. I don't see 60 fantasy points in his past games. I see 39. I see 57. I see 45 and 41. If you think KD's going to give you 60 fantasy points, play him. Zion, you could take a shot. He's been a little bit lackluster also this season. He went from being like almost the face of the league to being subpar. What the fuck is 34, 33, and 31 fantasy points going to do for me? The reason, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm already not in a good mood, so let me not say nothing crazy. Siakam is, another guy that's, okay. Let's just make sure we're all on the same page. This 2023-2024 NBA DFS season, there's a lot of players overpriced and there's a lot of players underpriced. That's how you get your edge. If you're playing the same players you played from last season, then you haven't cashed all season yet, because you got to understand that there's an evolution to this. You know what I'm saying? Every couple of years in DFS, players change, players move, hierarchy changes. The NBA fantasy hierarchy has shifted. You know what I'm saying? You know how many players are in front of Giannis right now? Giannis was once the top guy 2-3 years ago. Now there's like five. There's a lot of players ahead of Giannis. For example, Siakam. For example, last year he was worth 8.7K. Right now he might be worth 6.7K. Siakam might be $2,000 too expensive. 35, 30, 27, and 34 fantasy points. If Siakam was 7K, he still wouldn't hit value. You see what I'm saying? Wembanyama, 7.9K. I'll take him gladly. He's gonna have up and down games because of his minutes, but when he goes off, he goes off. I prefer him on FanDuel depending on his price because of the blocks and steals upside. Bankera, another punk bitch. Another guy that's taking a step down in fantasy. This guy lost all his talents in the World Cup, whatever the fuck they was playing in the summer. Because I don't know what the fuck he's doing now. 3 for 6, 5 for 12, 4 for 14, 5 for 13, 27, 31, 22, 33 fantasy points. If he was 6.3K, some of these games he doesn't even hit value. Now get this man off my screen. Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew. I'm indifferent on him. You could take a shot. If there's no Durant again, you could take a shot. John Collins is in play. Kelly Olynyk if you're desperate. Covington back to Philly. What a time to be alive. You know what? The way they play, he might be better off in Philly, but I don't think I'm going to touch him if he doesn't start. And the rest of these guys, I don't need right now. Let's go to center. Embiid is too cheap. I'm locking him in. Nurkic is in play. Durant, we'll pay attention to that. Zach Collins is always in play. Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl, his minutes have been trending up, I want to say. Poeltl's in play at 5.9K. Valanciunas, no thank you. Wendell Carter, no thank you. Marvin Bagley's price come up a little bit. If he starts again, you fire him up. Bassey at 3.2K. 13, 7, 16, and 15 minutes. No thank you. All right, we're about to go to FanDuel. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up. If you need help with lineups, if you want me to send you my finalized optimal lineup, or you want me to build you a lineup, check out my Patreon, link in the description. Go to the NBA tier and do what you need to do, and then we'll get it going. Let's go to FanDuel. Okay. All right, let's start with point guard. Maxey 8.9K. He looks spicy. Just play him. CJ McCollum. If there's no Ingram, fire him up. Clarkson, fine. Fultz is fine with the price. I like Melton. Trey Jones is fine. What the fuck is going on here? Goodwin, be careful with. If I play like 4 lineups, I'll throw him in one. All right, let's go to shooting guard. All right, Booker, Cade. I like Cade's price on FanDuel. Vassal's in play. Thompson is fine. Wagner is fine. Oubre is priced appropriately. No, Oubre is priced a little bit underpriced if he's going to start, and he is going to start. THT, if he starts again, he's fine. Herbert Jones is fine. Gordon is fine. If there's no Booker, Eric Gordon's a lock. Grayson Allen, if there's no Booker, Grayson Allen looks great. Okogie's fine if there's no Booker. Ivy, Trent, Sexton are in play. Watanabe if you're desperate. When I say if you're desperate, if you built a lineup, you have one spot left, and that's the only player available, then you're desperate. Fine. If you like the rest of your pieces, that's fine. I do it sometimes too. You never know. I like Durant's price better on FanDuel, but he still might be a little bit overpriced. But he the reason he's priced like this is going to be because of his usage and because of his ceiling. Scotty Barnes, you already know. Keldon Johnson's priced appropriately. OG is fine. Not as dominant as he was last season when he had Van Fleet by his side, but he's all right. Covington, I don't need at 4.8. No, thank you. Jetty, if you're desperate. Grady Dick is getting some burn at 3.9K. And power forward. Markkinen, 8.6. Wembanyama, 8K. I like him a lot on FanDuel because of his blocks and steals upside. Siakam is overpriced. Williamson is okay. Touch overpriced. Collins, Tobias. Zach Collins, Tobias, and John Collins all priced appropriately. Beef Stew, if there's no Durant, he's fine. Bagley's priced up. I think he should have a better game the next game if he starts. Nope. And then let's go to center. Let's wrap this shit up. All right, Embiid 12K, fire him up. Jalen Duran, we're gonna wait for news. Nurkic at 7.3 is fine. Walker Kessler, no thank you. Valanciunas, no thank you. Wendell Carter, no thank you. Jacob Poeltl, 5.9, that's fine. James Wiseman, no thank you. Paul Reed, no thank you. The rest of these guys, no thank you. Bassey at 3.7K if you're desperate, but that's taking up a center spot, and I don't recommend you do that. So listen, 4 games up, 4 games down. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up. That's about it. If you need help with lineups, check out the Patreon link in the description. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Ciao.